Where can you live in an enclave surrounded by multi-million-dollar homes? On today's home tour, we're walking through a 6-bedroom, 4-bathroom home, almost 2,800 square feet of living space in one of Encino's most coveted neighborhoods. Let's get started. All right, guys, so on today's home tour, we're checking out this home here in Encino, California. It's 6 bedrooms, 4 baths, almost 2,800 square feet of living space on a over 15,000 square foot lot, and the home was built in 1966. Now, this is one of the most prestigious neighborhoods here in the San Fernando Valley. We are in Encino. Where exactly? Well, we are located south of Ventura Boulevard today. You have to take Havenhurst Avenue and kind of weave your way up the hill. You're very close to Mulholland Drive and Bel Air because you're at the top of Encino. So this is one of the most popular neighborhoods that people really covet here in the San Fernando Valley. You're close to everything on the west side, the 101, everything that you could possibly want to have access to. You're really adjacent to that. So this is a really great neighborhood. And one of the best things about this house, we always talk about that you want to have essentially maybe buying the cheapest home in the best neighborhood. Well, that kind of fits the bill here because this home is a home that whoever buys it is going to be probably putting in some money into it and remodeling this home to kind of personalize it and make it their own. And one of the things that we're going to do we're going to break it down for you what things cost in order to be able to remodel, so that way you have a better idea to plan for your own budget or if you're looking to buy this home. All right, let's get the home tour started. So looking at the front of the house from the exterior. So remember we were telling you, again, this is a beautiful neighborhood here in Encino, California. So quiet and peaceful here in this neighborhood. All right, so from the front of the house, right, you see your 2-car garage, right? And then, whoever's going to come in is probably going to paint the exterior. And so to paint the exterior of a house of this size, this house, to be exact, is 2,798 square feet. So whoever comes in and does that, it's going to cost you about $7,000 to $10,000, depending on the painter you use and what type of paint you use to be able to paint the exterior. And any painter who's going to come in, right, is going to be able to fix all of this. This is just peeling paint. But one thing we do recommend before you paint is to get a termite inspection. So now the termite inspection isn't just for termites, it's also for wood destroying pests. So if there's any fungus or dry rot, right, this way you're not in a situation where you actually will have painted the home, but then you still have fungus and dry rot that wasn't treated, and eventually you're going to have to deal with that again. So if you're going to paint the exterior of your home, always we recommend to get a wood destroying pest report before you do that. All right, let's walk up the steps and go inside. So welcome inside to this 6-bedroom, 4-bath home. Again, we are in Encino, California. So right now we are standing in the formal living room area. You could see the gas fireplace, and this is a pretty large space right here to entertain in. This room leads you to your formal dining room right off the kitchen. So notice the tile flooring here inside, and then again, it gives you another look at what the fireplace is going to look like. Now, you could just move in, but I think most people probably are going to replace the flooring. So let's talk about flooring for a little bit here. So flooring, when it comes to that, it really depends on what you're going to put in. Some people put carpet. Most people aren't going to be putting carpet in bathrooms and the main living areas. But I would say most people these days are putting in the luxury vinyl plank or maybe some type of other wood flooring. I'm seeing less and less of the laminate flooring these days, and people like the luxury vinyl planks, the nicer ones, not the ones from 10, 15 years ago. And that's because, they're water resistant, and if you have pets, they don't get scratched easily. So it just makes a lot of sense for a lot of people. So I would say price-wise, you're looking at about anywhere from what our contractor, because he gets a special deal on the flooring, anywhere from about $275 a square foot all the way up to about $7-8 a square foot. And that's just for the flooring itself. Then you got to remember have the installation and labor that you have to keep in mind as well. So you could easily be paying anywhere from about $5.50 a square foot on upwards to about $10 a square foot. So it really depends on what you're going to be looking at. So I would say, when you're looking at flooring, it can easily be anywhere in that, I'd say most of the time between $17,000 to about $25,000, depending on the size of the house. So if we're talking about a house that's about 2,800 square feet, when it comes to flooring, that's what you're going to be looking about to pay somewhere in that price point for flooring. So I hope that kind of gives you a big, because flooring is probably one of the biggest ones that we kind of recommend to our sellers, as well as paint. Now in here, you can tell that they freshly painted this house, and they did a nice job on that. They painted the baseboards in here as well. One thing to mention though, like if you are gonna paint a house, especially if you're gonna put the house on the market, make sure that you replace the outlet covers so you don't have these yellow dingy outlet covers with the brand new paint, and especially when the baseboards are really standing out because you have new paint. So something to keep in mind right there. Now, if you're gonna paint a home of this size, you're probably looking at about $9,000. So if you're to paint the inside and the outside, you're probably looking somewhere between about $15,000 to $20,000, depending on the painter that you use, and again, the quality of the paint work itself. All right, so now that we've seen the formal living room area, as well as the formal dining area, let's go over to the kitchen. Now here in the kitchen, they have remodeled it, right? You got your stainless steel double dishwasher over here. You got your granite counters. And of course, you have your really nice stainless steel Viking range with the griddle, the 4-burner gas cooktop. And then you have the stainless steel hood, also from Viking above that. And then here is your Sub-Zero refrigerator and freezer. So let's talk about kitchen now, right? So everybody has their own personal taste. I think most people are probably moving away from granite. And so if you're going to be, let's say, for example, you wanted to have quartz countertops and, brand new cabinets, right? And then new appliances. So it just depends. So I would say, if you're probably to put in the Home Depot, white cabinets that you always see, that they always have on display there, and, a quartz countertop, and to really do it nicely, I would say, minimum, you're probably looking at about $25,000. But again, if you're going to, this is a nice neighborhood, the potential to be a really great home. And so I think anybody who's doing that is probably going to be spending, easily anywhere from, between $40,000 to $80,000. So it just depends on what your finishes are. Custom cabinets aren't cheap. So it just depends on what you're actually going for. So if you were to put in, new countertops, and if you didn't have these nice appliances here, you could easily spending $50,000. And this is one of the rooms where I think you can probably get your money back easily when it comes time for resale down the road, because one of the most important rooms is the kitchen, as we all know. All right, so that is the kitchen, and then you have this room over here. So this is your family room, and so that you kind of have a space over here. You could probably put a circular table. You have the bay window overlooking the backyard, and then because you have your breakfast counter right here, you could easily put a couple of bar stools right over here. All right, so turn around here. This is your family room. So they have the recessed lighting above. All right, and then come in over here, and then they have a laundry room over here. This is your laundry room right there, and they even have a refrigerator in there. They got plenty of cabinets for linens, or you can use it as an extra pantry, however you decide you want to use it. So we were talking about that this home has 6 bedrooms, and this home right here has one of the bedrooms downstairs. So you have this bedroom down here. This is laminate flooring down below us. Has nice windows. And then you got this little space over here you could use as an office or a small gym, whatever you would like to use it as. But you got this nice bedroom downstairs for guests. And then it has its own private bath. All right. So this one we'll come in over here, show you the bathroom. Has a 3/4 bath right here. It has the shower. And then over here, right, could you maybe ask yourself, well, Scott, if it's a bedroom, where's the closet? And so it has this nice little walk-in closet right here. And turn around here for you to get a better idea. And then they have some built-ins right over there. All right, so that is your first bedroom. And again, that is located downstairs. All right, let's make our way upstairs. Hey guys, Scott Himelstein with the Scott Himelstein Group. Hope you're enjoying this home tour so far. We've been helping buyers, sellers, and investors here when it comes to real estate in Los Angeles and Southern California for over 20 years. All right, so if you're looking to buy a home here in Southern California right now, reach out to us so you can learn what the 5 things that you need to ask your real estate agent right now. Important questions in this crazy market. And if you're looking to sell a home, ask us about a 30-page seller guide right now. That's pretty much the seller playbook that answers all the questions that you want to know about what it takes to get your home sold in today's crazy market. All right, let's keep this home tour moving along. All right, so on our way upstairs, you do have a half bath here for your guests, right? You got the tile right here on the vanity, and there you have it. So let me turn around here just to give you an idea. So to remodel a bathroom of this side, that's just a half bath, you're probably looking at about $8,000 to $10,000, right? Because you're going to replace the vanity, you're going to put in a new sink, you're probably going to redo the plumbing also, may possibly put in a new toilet. But obviously, if you're going to keep the flooring the same as is the rest of the house, that probably wouldn't be included in remodeling the bathroom. All right, so now that we've come over to the staircase, right? So, if you're going to be doing remodeling or upgrading a home that's 2 stories as opposed to a single story, when it comes to flooring, you're gonna always have a little bit more of a charge just to do the staircase, right? Because that needs to be done perfectly, and it just takes more time and effort, and to be able to make sure everything's cut right, to name a few. So when it comes to when it actually is the time for you to redo your stairs, right? Whatever type of flooring you're going to be putting in. So just know, it might cost you an extra $1,500 to $2,500 when it comes to that. All right, so this is the primary bedroom right here. Okay, and I'm going to show you something pretty interesting that you don't see too often. Now here it's carpeted. They have some nice built-ins over here, right? And this leads you to your primary bathroom, which is part of this room. Again, you have the tile counter, and then you have this nice little walk-in closet with the built-ins. All right, and then on the other side over here, you have this bathroom that you're attached. This is your 3/4 bath because it has the shower. And then give you one last look at this room, right? All right, so this is what I really wanted to show you upstairs. So off your primary bedroom, you actually have this other bedroom, right? So remember, we're talking about how you have 6 bedrooms in this house. Now, today, if you were to build a home, you would not see a bedroom that requires you to go through another bedroom to exit the bedroom to the hallway. You wouldn't see that because now the Department of Building and Safety would not allow that. This was grandfathered in. And so we probably sold about 12 homes over the years. I was just thinking about that when the first time I saw this, that I probably sold about 10 to 12 homes that we've actually had this come up, and it actually looks like this. So if it were me, and I probably don't need 6 bedrooms. If you didn't need all 6 bedrooms, I would probably open this up, make it a much larger primary bathroom. And then on top of that, I would open this up to make sure you have a really huge primary suite. So let's talk about costs here, right? We'll go into the bathroom. So just a regular bathroom, if you didn't have to do anything, really, you're probably looking somewhere in that anywhere from about $12,000 to $20,000 range. If you're going to be opening it up, now you're talking about putting in additional plumbing. The plumbing's right here. So if you were to come on the other side, you would be able to kind of open it up and expand it. But, you could easily be looking at, just to do what I was telling you about, you could be looking at somewhere in the $40,000 to $50,000 range easily, and maybe even more, depending on what type of tile and stonework that you actually end up choosing. But gives you an idea. So, again, as we take a look backwards here, as I kind of step back and kind of give you a much better look at what it looks like having these two bedrooms adjoined together. All right, let's go over here, right? These are where your linen closets are going to be. And then this is your hallway bathroom over here, right? So again, someone who's going to come in, most likely probably going to change this out, right? And you could reglaze it. It's something that we do sometimes for our sellers when they put it on the market. Reglazing, you're probably looking at about $500-$600, maybe $800 maybe for a tub to do the whole thing. But if you were to take the tile work out and put in a new countertop, putting in a full bathroom, redoing it, you're probably looking at that $15,000 to $20,000 range right now. All right, so again, one thing I want to show you right here is notice how you have more of a flat roof here. So in order to replace a flat roof, if that's something that you needed to do, you're probably looking at about, for a home this size and it's 2 stories, you're probably looking at, depending on what you put on here, anywhere between $20,000 to $25,000 easily for a brand new roof. An HVAC system, if that's something that you wanted to do, again, you're probably a 2-story house. You're looking at probably between $15,000 to $20,000, depending on what energy efficiency rating you might be looking to utilize, and obviously the brand name too. So Bryant and Rheem are going to be more expensive than some of the more generic brand names. So again, whatever your taste and budget actually might be. All right, so we're taking a look at some of the other bedrooms upstairs. So we saw the primary bedroom and the adjacent bedroom attached to it. And now you've been able to see this bedroom as well as 2 others. So upstairs, you have a total of 5 bedrooms. All right, so let me know down in the comments below what you think of this home tour so far. And feel free to ask any questions about what you think it would be to remodel any particular item. We have helped our clients remodel a lot of their houses to get them ready for sale. And we flipped a ton of homes over the years. So I can give you a pretty accurate idea of what it would cost to be doing certain work to a home, or if you might be doing work to a home that you might be buying. Be curious to know. All right, let's see if we can actually open this on the first try. All right, so this reminds me a little bit of new construction, right? So here you are, new construction. You get the house delivered to you as a blank slate, pretty much like a dirt lot. And so whoever is going to come in is going to end up cleaning up this landscaping. You have the large tree in the backyard. I believe your property line goes up to the fence right there. Not all the way to the top of the hillside, but I think the lower fence right there. So again, someone's going to come in here, customize it. Maybe they put in some artificial turf. They're going to redo the landscaping. And again, depending on what you put in here, if you were to put in a new barbecue island, a new gas fire pit, custom, you could easily find yourself spending anywhere from $100,000 to $250,000. So it just really depends on what your budget is and what you want to do. And it's no different really than buying a new construction. So, again, it's all what your personal preference may be. Now, some of you are probably going to think to yourself, well, hey, I got this hillside. What can you do with it? You could probably put a deck up there, but in order to do that, you will have to get geological soil samples And it is costly, but the deck would look really incredible if it's something that you are able to afford and be able to put up yourself. So it is a process. It does take time. But the most important thing here is that because you have the hillside here, you do have the retaining wall. And the retaining wall is super expensive. So the fact that you already have that here, that is really important when it comes to a house like this. So a lot of potential in this home. Love to hear what you think about it, what you think about the floor plan down in the comments below. All right, guys, so hey, when it comes to remodeling a house that's almost 2,800 square feet, and you're gonna be pretty much remodeling most of it, you have to figure a couple things. One, you're probably looking anywhere between 200 to 300,000 easily to be able to remodel it. And one thing that people really don't include when it comes to budgeting to remodel is their holding costs. And you're like, well, what's the holding cost, Scott? Well, let's just say, your monthly payment is around $10,000 a month, right? And it could easily be more at this price point. So one thing you have to factor into that is the fact that if, let's just say it takes 4 months to be able to remodel, that's 4 months of a monthly payment you are going to be responsible for. So if your, let's just say remodeling cost comes out to about $250,000, and then it takes you 4 months to be able to remodel everything, hey, guess what? It's really $290,000. So you got to be cognizant of that when you're putting together your budget to be able to remodel. And then kind of piggybacking off of that point is one of the things you need to really remember when it comes to remodel. I tell all of our clients this, whether it be a flip, whether it be just a regular home remodel, or you bought a home and now you're going to start a home remodel, whatever your budget is, plan on spending an additional 20% higher than that. Things come up, you open the house up, there might be plumbing, there could be electrical issues, there's cost overruns on, you may decide that you may actually want to do something bigger and better. It always happens. I never ceases to amaze me. So whatever your budget is, definitely kind of plan for 20% over that. So kind of make sure you really plan it out. And so that way you're not surprised. This way you don't have to feel like you're cutting corners when it comes to doing your home renovation, whether it be after the close of escrow or if you're currently living in the home. So just keep that in mind. And last and finally, I always tell this, and especially to families, because if you have small kids, it's not going to happen. If you're going to remodel and you're going to plan to do it before you move into the house. Now look, like if it's just a couple of bathrooms that you need to remodel, that's easy to do. But if you're talking about flooring, paint, redoing a kitchen, you will not do it if you've already moved into the house. It never happens. So whatever that's really important to you, do it before you actually move into the home. So those are some of my tips. Reach out to me. Love to be a resource of information for you, whether it be about buying a home. And we love helping buyers really understand the process, especially with older homes, and knowing the questions that they need to ask so that they are protected, as well as just having access to the information and the knowledge that we have, because we've helped so many buyers, as well as we've flipped so many homes. So we can kind of really give you an idea of what things really cost and what things that you should really focus on as a home buyer. Hope you enjoyed this home tour. I'm Scott Himelstein with the Scott Himelstein Group, and we'll see you on the next home tour.